As I'm on my walk, I'm realizing many of you don't know parts of my story and how I got here walking in Vancouver. So I would like to take you on a little walk. I'll stroll through my story. And stories change all the time. Stories alchemize, stories become part of our alchemy, what we are, our makeup. We also are often asked to travel back in time to release trauma, loops, ancestral imprints, to unlock our true potential, our blueprint, to release things out of our DNA, to optimize our health, our well-being, our spiritual alignment, part of our soul's mission, our soul's journey. I would like to speak about going back to childhood and being extremely sensitive to everything. And what I'm realizing is that I already had the sensitivity, but I'm asking now, why did my family develop this sensitivity? Was it out of survival, out of need? Did they already have this gift of high sensitivity, intuition, clairvoyance? I feel things coming. If someone speaks, I can read their energy all the way back to their core, to their ancestors. I pick up on energy in the sense of alchemy, blueprints, on a deep level where I'm asking questions of where does it come from, but also been struggling with my own health, with digestive health, nervous system, adrenal fatigue. A couple of years ago, I could not even pick anything up. My thumbs, the muscles all the way to my neck had pretty much frozen. Mental fog, mental health issues in the sense of feeling overwhelmed, and therefore it got me on a path of discovery and inner growth, self-work, on how to heal oneself, activate the true healing beyond pharmaceutical medicine, how to heal, align one's mind, body, soul on a deep level. I'm going to see if I can get into this path here. There's a lot of people on their bikes. It's beautiful. No, I think it's a dead end. Be right back. I'm back. A little quieter here. So growing up with high sensitivity got me on the path of working with animals, animal communication, understanding their body language, their energetic language, emotional language, mental language, and communicating on the level that I never had any issues with them. They could always find a way into harmony with oneself, and it was beautiful to witness how they would teach me. And then in Montreal, when I lived there, it was quite a hard time. I didn't speak the language. So language got taken away from me a couple of times. I didn't speak English very well when I came to Canada in 2010. So language was another journey. So I really had to learn the language of energy. And then my dog Jibba, the Swiss White Shepherd, my dear soul animal, she tore her ACL, and that got me on the path of energy healing, because I knew I had something in my hands that I could help her with, but I didn't know exactly how to use it and focus it. So once I found quantum touch and did the quantum touch training, I realized, it's beautiful here, I realized that I always had been running energy and alchemizing and healing. So that's when the journey of the awakening of the healing gifts began. And that's when also I started to realize that I received a lot of information. And I kind of had discovered this a little bit on my travels in Australia and New Zealand, Thailand. So I had a lot of fun traveling and learning a lot about a lot of people and different cultures and different ways of being. And that really opened up my mind, my consciousness, and it was beautiful. Then, of course, I worked a lot with plant medicines as well. So everything kind of got me in that direction of quantum energy healing, alchemy. But after a while, I started to notice that my own health was not that great. I had become really overwhelmed in Montreal. I was carrying too much, so then my nervous system really took a toll. And over time, I got adrenal fatigue from always showing up and always doing too much, and really want to be of service because, of course, I was also an immigrant and I was already high sensitive, so I feel energies. I was an animal health technician, so I would take care of all these very sensitive animals, as well as, for a while, for parrots and exotic animals. So that really heightens your level of sensitivity, but that can also take a toll on oneself, and especially on the digestive system, being the gut being almost like your brain. Of if your gut is not right, your mental health is not right, you feel cloudy, you feel very tired, and it's not, you can't do everything in a day, and there's just so much that comes with not having a good optimized digestive system and not having enough energy and so on. So it keeps you in a cycle. So that's a little bit of my story, and I would love to share with people ways to get back in touch with oneself, to listen to one's emotions, because they are truly the key, the doorway, the path to ourself, our health, our well-being, but also our joy in life. And it brought me to Vancouver, to this beautiful, beautiful place. And I'm living a really, really blissful life. But of course there's stress. So I would love to invite everyone to come up with all kinds of beautiful ways that in the city that we can still release stress, that we can still connect with nature, that we can still come home to ourselves even in the busyness. So that was a little part of my story. I would love to invite everyone to share a little part of your story, but also ways that you connect with yourself and that you come home to oneself and find ways to alchemize and to take a breath and to enjoy life while things can be so stressful as well at the same time, and to tap into your gifts. And I would love to hear from you. What are your dreams, your inspirations? What are your gifts that you would like to explore? I am curious about what's on your mind. Love, light, and blessings your way. I might share a little bit more of my story on the next vlog.